Hey guys, welcome to Happy Wax TV. 2018 has been a great year, but trying to do this fucking video has just been a pain in the ass. Hey guys, okay, so what I was getting at is I've started this video 3 times. The first 2 times the camera batteries went dead about halfway through. I forgot to check the fucking batteries, which I'm known for. And then the second time through in my old studio, or not my old studio, but my other studio, where I wear the lapel mic, the fucking mic crapped out on me. So I got like maybe 5 minutes in, and the rest of the audio was just all scrambly and shit. So I mean, but you have no way of checking until the video's over when you put it in the editing software. So I'm like, fuck. Anyways, so we're back in this studio today, and I want to give you like a top 10 list of horror movies to watch from 2018 if you haven't seen them. I'm not going to go in order of my favorite to least favorite. It's just like a top 10 list of movies that I liked throughout the year. And yeah, hopefully we can get through this one without something fucking breaking or whatever. But other than that, though, I mean, 2018 has been a great fucking year. The channel's really grown, which is fantastic. And yeah, also stay tuned because sometime, hopefully either late January or early February, I'm going to have a merch store ready to go. I'm going to be selling t-shirts, probably hoodies, and then some hats and some toques to start. And then we'll go from there and see what you guys want. So I've got 3 designs right now that I'm just waiting to kind of finalize, and then I'll get those on some shirts and stuff. But there's going to be an actual store on my sites, like my Facebook page and this YouTube channel, that you just go on it and click the link, and then it's all there, and then you order it. So, but anyways, that's coming very soon. So, and then finally, I just wanted to say thank you all for really pumping this channel up. I've met so many nice people online, not only online, but in person too. People that follow the channel and like what we do here. So it's a really good feeling to know that there's so many people behind you. And every day, I mean, this channel gets bigger and bigger. So I can hardly wait to see where we go in 2019. And just fingers crossed that YouTube doesn't take my channel down again. So yeah, I don't want to go through that. So, but anyways, okay, 2018 is almost over, and I just want to give you a quick list of movies that I really like this year in no particular order. So, first off, a movie that just blew me out of the water was A Quiet Place. I didn't have any hopes for this movie going into it, simply because it was directed by John Krasinski, which I've now eaten my words with those feelings, because he's a comedian and he's never really done anything directorial debut. And this is also he was one of the writers on this in this movie as well. And I thought, I don't know, how good could it be? But goddamn, man, I was blown away. I mean, Emily Blunt was great in this movie. John Krasinski's the father, obviously. He directed it and starred in it. And then Millicent Simmons. I mean, my God, you are just fantastic. And she's deaf, which just added to the character in this movie. So, yeah, I'm highly recommending A Quiet Place. Absolutely. Another movie that blew me out of the fucking water was Annihilation. Again, this is a movie that I knew nothing about going into it, other than Natalie Portman was starring in it. And my God, I saw this movie 3 times at the theater, and like I'm still, and it's on Netflix now, so you can watch it there. But there's so many interpretations of how people see this movie. I don't think there's anything set in stone. Like, it's just, you just watch the movie and then you just kind of come up on your own what you think it means to you. But holy moly, is this movie ever well done. Now, the sad thing is it didn't do overly well at the box office. But since like it's come and gone and been released on Blu-ray, and now it's on Netflix, it's starting to get a huge buzz around it again. So I think more people are seeing it, that missed it because they didn't catch it at the theater, just because it didn't have the best rating. But I'm telling you, man, Annihilation, it's fucking a great movie, man. You don't want to miss that one. Now, here's 2 movies together, and it really brought back my love for Nicolas Cage. This guy, man, like, he's so hit and miss, and I don't mean disrespect, but I mean, honestly, he pumps a lot of movies out, and a good majority of them are not very good. But man, when he's on the money, he is on the fucking money. And I'll tell you, he killed it in Mom and Dad. That was a crazy movie. But the movie that really, really made me come back to Nicolas Cage was Mandy. I was blown away by that fucking movie. And I actually had the pleasure down here in London, Ontario, where I live. There's a theater, the Highland Cinema, and they actually sent out a thing on Facebook because they wanted to try and get the movie to come in, but they didn't know if the fan base would be there. Well, man, I think they were looking, I forget how many, like 1,000 or 2,000 people to respond. They blew it out of the fucking water. So they actually had such a good response from Mandy that they ended up showing it for the entire week as opposed to just one night. So, I mean, it was awesome. And also, Panos Cosmatos has the coolest fucking name ever. He's the director. So, but man, he just knocked it out of the park with this movie. And Nicolas Cage I thought he was on point in Mom and Dad. But man, he really sharpened the pencil for this fucking movie. So if you haven't seen Mandy, crawl up from that rock that you're living under, because it's definitely worth seeing, and I know that you'll fucking love it. Another movie that caught me off guard, and I didn't think I was going to like it going into it, was Incident in a Ghostland. Man, I don't get uncomfortable very often when I watch movies. And it was when I was watching this thing, I thought, wow, this really has that kind of uncomfortable feel to it. Kind of like when I was watching Martyrs. And after I watched the movie, I did some research on it. And sure enough, Pascal Laugier is the fucking director of Martyrs. And I'm thinking, this guy is awesome. Like, really, anything he touches movie-wise is fucking gold as far as I'm concerned. If you haven't seen Incident in a Ghostland, like, watch it. I don't want to say anything about it other than it's just these two poor girls, what they go through in this movie. And I don't want to say any more than that, because this is one of these movies where the less you know about it going into it, the better. Because there's twists and turns, and my God, but the uncomfortable kind of, it's just those scenes there. It's just, oh, yeah. Highly recommend Incident in a Ghostland. It's only got a 6.4 on IMDb, and this movie is at least an 8. I don't know what these fucking people are doing it, given that shitty a rating, but this Incident in a Ghostland, man, is one of my favorites for 2018. Another movie that caught me off guard, and this one's only got a 6 on IMDb. I don't understand it, man. Was Cold Skin. Now, let me just very quickly here. Some of these movies, you'll probably say to yourself, oh, but it says on IMDb they came out in 2017. Some of the movies I'm going to talk about today came out in 2017. Actually, one movie came out in 2016, but that's when it got released into the film festivals. So I'm not kind of counting that, because a lot of people don't have the option to go to the film festivals to watch the movie. So I'm talking about movies that got released in 2018, wide release, like video on demand, Netflix, stuff like that. So a lot of these movies did come out a year ago, but that was to the festival circuit and stuff like that. So anyways, Cold Skin. This movie is fucking fantastic. When I first saw the trailer, I was blown away by it, and I was thinking, how good can this movie really be? It's a couple of lighthouse keepers battling fish people. You know what I mean? But my God, it is fucking on the fucking money, man. And it's by director Xavier Gens, and he has got some fucking killer movies out there. So he is definitely a director you need to follow and get maybe a filmography of his movies, and just take a weekend and watch like 3 or 4 of them, because they're fucking on the money. But Cold Skin, highly recommended. It does not deserve a 6 on IMDb. Like, what the fuck? Like, this movie is another at least a 7.5. Maybe an 8. It's fucking crazy, man. I fucking loved it. Okay, I'm going to save that one till later. But this movie here, okay, now this movie was released in 2016, but it didn't get like into the festivals and stuff, but it didn't get a wide release until 2018. And this was one of my surprises for 2018 was Terrifier. If you asked people 3 years ago who Art the Clown was, not a fucking clue. They're like, I don't fucking know who he is. You ask the same people 2018 who Art the fucking Clown is, everybody knows who this motherfucker is now, man. I'll tell you, this, like, it started out as a short film, and then he was in a movie called All Hallows Eve, and now he's got his own, which was like an anthology movie, and now he's got his own movie called Terrifier. And I'll tell you, this thing fucking killed it. The day, in fact, I hadn't heard like or seen so much hype or people talking about a movie until it got released on Netflix. Like this was probably one of the most talked about movies this year that did get released on Netflix. It's fucking crazy. It's intense. It's bloody, gory. Like I'm sure most of you have seen it. So and you have to agree with me. But my God, this I hope they make another movie with this Art the Clown character. And the great thing too is that David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, is actually coming to Shockstock this year. So I'm going to be there, and hopefully I get to talk to him and maybe even do an interview for you guys with him. So, because I know Art the Clown, man, he's huge right now, and Terrifier is definitely a movie you need to get into your fucking eyeballs quick. So this one again caught me off guard. I did see the trailer for it, and I was wowed by it. I thought it was fantastic, and again, I thought, like, how good can this movie really be? Is it just the trailer making it look good? And I got to tell you, I really did want to see this one, but in the back of my head, I was a little sketchy about it just because it has Laurie Holden in it. And I'll tell you, nothing against Laurie Holden as a person, but I hated the Andrea character so much on The Walking Dead that I almost hated this movie going into it just because she was in it, and I just can't get that horrible character out of my head. But that being said, Pyewacket is fucking amazing. It's a Canadian movie. It revolves around it's a kind of like a witch story, and this daughter kind of resurrects, or Laurie Holden's daughter Nicole Munoz resurrects this. It's a Pyewacket, and just the stuff that happens. It takes place out in the country, in this old cabiny kind of house. Well, not too old. It's like upgraded. But anyways, man, I'll tell you, man, this movie is fucking amazing. And the last act in this film is worth sticking around for and watching. It is fucking fantastic. So, check it out. It's called Pyewacket. I had a hell of a time trying to find this movie too at first. But now I'm pretty sure you can pick it up anywhere now. It's definitely worth watching. And it was one of my big surprise movies for 2018. Another movie that blew my fucking socks off, as well as Axemasters too. I think when we sat down and watched this movie, he wasn't really gonna like it. You know what I mean? And I don't think thought he was gonna like it either. And we both fucking love this movie. It's called Revenge, and my God, it's by Coralie Fargette. I hope I said your name correct. She blew my socks off. She's such a great director, and she wrote this. And it's a simple premise, man. It's a revenge flick. This woman goes to, I guess, her boyfriend's I don't know what you want to call it, like a retreat, sorta, and out in the middle of nowhere, really, with her and her boyfriend and a couple of his friends, and it's just they kind of take advantage of her, and then shit happens, and then she just comes back with a fucking vengeance, and these guys get, I mean, what they deserve plus 100 times more. It is a fucking great movie, man. Matilda Anna Lutz plays the main character in this, and she fucking kills it, man. When I first saw her come on the screen there, I thought there's no way this can be the same woman that's in the poster of this fucking movie. But holy fuck, and it's bloody, man. Like the final act of this movie, when it comes back to the house there. Wow, it's a bloody, gory mess. I promise you will fucking love this movie. It's fucking killer. Okay, another movie that is fucking killer and it totally blew me away. And again, I'm bad for, and I shouldn't do this, but I'm bad for, like, if someone has a character, an actor, and I don't like them, for some reason I just carry it with me. And this is the case for Logan Marshall Green. I did not really care for him. Or his character, not him as a person, but his character in Prometheus. But holy fuck, man, he stars in Upgrade, and I cannot say enough good about this movie. Now, it's written and directed by Lee Whannell, who plays Specs in the Conjuring movies. And I'll tell you right now, like, right there, that should fucking tell you, this movie's going to be fucking fantastic. But holy shit, like... there's scenes, like, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't want to give too much away, because these movies, really, the least you know about them, or the less you know about them, the better the movie is. Because I didn't really know much about this movie. I did a review on the trailer, but they didn't really give a whole lot away, other than he has an implant in his head. But the less you see and the less you know about this movie, like, you'll be blown away. And I'll tell you, Logan Marshall Green just fucking kills it. Like, the fight scenes in this movie, like, making himself, I'll tell you, man, it's as good, if not better, than Venom. Whereas you've got like something inside of you making you move when you really don't want to move. And I mean, Tom Hardy did a great job in Venom, acting like that. But I mean, Logan Marshall Green just fucking knocked it out of the park. This is fucking killer. And I honestly hope they make a sequel to this movie and Lee Winnell is involved in this one as well, because holy fuck. Oh, it's so fucking good. And it's bloody and gory too. It's so nice. What makes these movies so much better is that it is bloody. And I said this before earlier in the year, that I'm actually starting to despise a lot of movies that go to the theater, because a lot of, the production companies and stuff, they don't want to take a chance. Like, look at The Meg. The Meg was a good movie. I mean, people want to knock it and stuff. Yes, there was some faults, just like any movie has, but The Meg could have been so much better, and it still killed it at the box office. But if they released the rated R version into theaters, like, just imagine how much better that movie would be with some blood and guts in it, and then people getting ripped apart, But that was another movie too that I want to suggest for 2018 was The Meg. I really did enjoy that movie. I like Jason Statham, and I thought it was really well done. It's a shame that they tore all the fucking blood and guts out of it. But anyways, Upgrade, yeah, watch it. I promise you will fucking love it. Okay, so this, I think we're close to 10 here. I'm not sure, but this movie here, this is my number one movie of 2018. It's called Terrified. It's an Argentinian movie. I'm going to butcher the name here, but Adorados is the Argentinian name for it. I'll tell you, I did a fucking trailer review for this movie, and I thought it looked fantastic. And this is one of the best stories, one of the scariest fucking creepiest movies I've seen in a long fucking time. Like, it's just wow. It's a ghost story, it's a demon story, it's got some possession in it. It's not just a haunted house, it's like a haunted fucking neighborhood. Like, it's just crazy. Like, this movie is ridiculous how fucking good it is. And when I heard that the US was going to pick it up and remake it, as they so often do with so many fucking movies, I was like, no, just leave it alone. But then I found out it was Guillermo del Toro who actually has picked up the rights for it. So he's going to be remaking it. So I'm thinking, okay, if anyone's going to remake this and do it justice, it's going to be him. So hopefully he doesn't CGI the fuck out of it, because one of the great things about this movie is there was like little to no CGI in it. Like, all the effects were practical, which made this movie even better. But I think, and I think I read this, I'm pretty sure that Damien Rujna, who is the original writer and director, has been taken on board by Guillermo del Toro, and he's going to actually direct this movie for the US release. So that is awesome news. Just remember the movie Mama. That was a movie too. That was, it started out as a short film. Guillermo del Toro saw it, got the rights for it, and then the director of that film also got to direct it. And I thought it was pretty good. So hopefully, this is going to happen for Terrified too. But I'm pretty sure I read that Damien Rujna, who's done the original here, is going to do the US remake. So, but please, if you haven't seen this movie, I think it's on Shudder. It's probably on Amazon and some other ones now. It's not on Netflix yet, but man, oh man, find this fucking movie. It's called Terrified. It is fucking awesome. Like, it is my number one movie for 2018. So, and then just a couple other movies too. I'm just going to recommend them really quick. The zombie genre really made a comeback this year. There were some really good flicks that came out. Cargo was one of them. Was a fantastic movie. I thought it was going to be terrible when it got released. But man, oh man, it was fucking awesome. The other movie too is The Night Eats the World, by Dominic Roche. Wow, that fucking movie blew me away too. Now, it's not like a fast-paced kind of zombie. It has moments, but it's just more of a claustrophobic movie where one guy kind of just has to deal with shit going on around him during a zombie apocalypse in his apartment and a little bit throughout the apartment building. I don't want to give too much away, but definitely worth fucking watching, because it was great. And the other quick movie was The Cured, which was awesome too. I think that one's actually on Netflix now. It's really good, definitely worth a watch. Okay, and just one last one here very quickly. I'm a huge fan of the Puppet Master. I think the first 2 or 3 were fantastic, and then, like with any franchise, the more they release, usually the shittier the franchise gets, and such is the case for the Puppet Master franchise. But 2018, Sonny Laguna and Tommy Wickland released Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich, and they took it back to the basics. It was just like most of the original puppets. It was gory as fuck, over the top kills, and it was funny. And there was next to no CGI in this movie, and I think they really nailed it. So I really enjoyed that movie, and I've spoken to people about it after, and I think the Puppet Master franchise might be coming back up again. So I just wanted to recommend that one too. So anyways, that is my list. I didn't want to make it this long as far as me talking, but you know how I like to ramble, so I tried my best to keep it as quick as I could. But yeah, there's my list of movies that I really did enjoy in 2018. There were a few other ones too, but I mean, this video would be fucking 2 hours long if I went on about some of the other ones, just rambling and talking. But I think that's, most of my favorite movies in a nutshell. I think I got them all there. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to say thanks for sticking around. You guys are amazing. 2018 has been fantastic. Now I am going to release a worst horror movies of 2018, and holy fuck, were there ever a lot of them. So anyways, I'm going to have that one out hopefully soon as well. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's joined the channel, and you guys are fantastic and awesome, and I love talking to you guys online and responding to comments, and it's just great, man. You meet such a good base of people, in the horror community. It's fantastic. So, anyways, I hope you all have a great Happy New Year, and I think 2019 are going to bring great things, guys. So, until next time, stay scared.